Hey everyone, do you ever feel like the world is getting worse? Like people are just getting more and more wicked? Well, that's how God felt. People had become extremely sinful and violent, and God was grieved by their behavior. He looked down from heaven and saw nothing but wickedness everywhere. So he was sorry he had ever created mankind, and he wished he could start over. But before he did, he wanted to give them one last chance. So he chose one man named Noah to build a boat. It was huge, about 300 feet long, 50 feet wide, and 30 feet tall. That's the size of a basketball court, by the way. And God told him to bring his family and two of every kind of animal onto the boat so they could survive a coming flood. In today's video, we're going to read the story of Noah and the flood from Genesis chapters 6 through 9. Let's dive right in. God saw that the world had become wicked, and he regretted that he had made humankind, but he wasn't going to wipe them all out just yet. He found one man named Noah who was righteous and blameless and walked faithfully with God. God told Noah that he was the only one he had found who was righteous. God said to Noah, "I have decided to destroy all the earth. I will wipe out all the people because they are wicked. I am making a clean start with you today. You will be the one to repopulate the earth. Now listen carefully. Build yourself a boat out of cypress wood. Make it a huge boat. I will shut the door to the boat behind you, and after I flood the earth, you, your family, and all the animals can live in the boat until things settle down. Then I will stop the rains and the flood waters that cover the ground. Everything that lives and moves about on the ground, whether among the people or among the animals, I have made my covenant with them. And I will never again destroy all life as I have done. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth." And Noah did everything exactly as God had commanded. After the boat was finished, God said to Noah, "Come into the boat now, you and your family, for I have seen that you are righteous. Bring with you 7 pairs of clean animals and 2 of every other kind, male and female, and bring them into the boat. Also bring food for yourselves and for them. For 40 days I will pour down rain on the earth, and after that I will send my bow, which signifies my covenant between me and you and all living creatures. And the waters will recede from the earth and the living creatures that are in it, and everything that moves about on the ground will dry up. And I will let the birds fly and the livestock return to the ground, and the time will come when the ground can bear its crops again. The whole earth will be made new. Then you may leave the boat with your wife and your sons and your daughters and every kind of living creature that is with you. When I have caused all the water to come down from above, I will stop the rains, and the fountains of the deep will no longer surge, and the water that is in the rivers and lakes will flow from its source into the sea, and the sea will return to its place, and everything will become dry. And I will have an appointment with you, and with your offspring, and with every living creature that is with you, birds, livestock, and everything that moves on the ground. I will make an appointment forever with every living creature that is alive on earth. You and your sons with you will come out of the boat, and every living thing with you. And I will have an appointment with you and with all living creatures, with the birds, the livestock, and everything that moves on the ground, everything that comes out of the boat. If any of the animals or livestock or birds were to die on the boat, their carcasses would stink and spoil, making the boat stink. So Noah asked God if it wouldn't be better to kill some of the animals to drain the blood from the boat and then use the blood to sprinkle the ark instead. God told him, "You must not kill them. Rather, take some of the clean animals and some of the unclean animals, some of the birds and some of the fish, and keep them here with you. They are to be a source of food for you and your family. All around the ark, you are to gather enough of every kind of food that can be eaten. That way you can keep them fresh, and they will be food for you and for them." So that's what Noah did. Then the Lord said, "Go into the boat, you and your family, for I have commanded that I bring the floodwaters on the earth." Then Noah, his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives went into the boat. They brought in with them the animals, their food, and everything else that God had told them to bring. Then Noah closed the door of the boat behind him. So the rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights, and the water rose higher and higher, and the boat floated. The water rose and covered the whole earth, and the deep water submerged the mountains under 15 cubits. That's about 22 feet. Everything on the face of the ground in its unfathomable depths perished. Every living thing that moved about in the mass of humanity perished. Birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that crawl on the ground, and all the people. Only those who were in the boat were left. And the waters overflowed on the earth for 150 days. Then the water began to recede from the earth, and the fountains of the deep dried up, and the rain stopped. Then God said to Noah, "Go out with your family and all the animals and livestock with you. See, I am setting them free from their confinement, and I will close my nostrils against the stench of humanity and the earth. Come out, you and your family, and go into the open fields." The Lord God said, "It is finished." Then Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and his daughter-in-law, all came out of the boat. They brought out with them every living thing and all the livestock and birds. When Noah, his sons, and his daughter-in-law came out of the boat, they bowed down and worshipped the Lord, and Noah offered burnt offerings and fellowship offerings. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said to Noah, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humanity, even though the imagination of humankind is evil from youth. Never again will I destroy all living creatures, including people, with the flood. If I decide to pour my wrath on the earth, I will never again send a great flood to destroy all life. This is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and the earth. I have set the rainbow in the clouds. It is a sign of the covenant between me and the earth." Then he said, "When the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you, and all living creatures of every kind that are with you, the birds, the livestock, and everything that moves on the ground, and I will never again destroy the earth by flood." Noah and his sons came out of the boat and settled in the land of Shinar. There he built an altar and offered sacrifices of thanks and praise to the Lord. And the Lord smelled the fragrance of the burnt offering and blessed Noah. Then the Lord God said, "This is the first offspring of humankind, and it is good. If they now begin to do as they choose, they will be a threat to us, these people, who are like us in knowledge. Come, let's make man like us to work in the fields of human toil." Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this retelling of the classic biblical story of Noah and the flood. These stories have been passed down for generations and have shaped many cultures and religions. What do you think? Leave a comment below.